Good morning, my name is RetroPat, and today we still have some gear to get. I am one piece of armor away, one plate body from completing mythical full set of chain on my series EV. So that's the first thing I want to work on today. And then I also do want to go ahead and kit out my monk. I'm going to go ahead and do one run of endless spires to get some more mythical drops, and then I'm going to start probably switching over to my summoner after that, because you guys will see what I'm going to do. I have a whole little strategy plan. We're going to do nightmare hardcore mode. It's a pretty simple run and a pretty fun one that I've done a loop for 1 hour from before. I've done a ton of videos covering the strategy. It's really fun, and pretty much everybody who watches me already knows about it, because everybody is much better at Dungeon Defenders than me, because I have a lot to learn. Jumping back into the game for the first time in a couple years, jumping into the PC port for the first time, getting further than I ever have been by far. I've been learning a ton from my YouTube comments, and I really fucking appreciate you guys for taking the time to leave them and teaching me so much about this incredibly deep, incredibly fun game. Dungeon Defenders is all about progression, and humans just inherently like progression. You know, number go up equal brain feel good. I feel like it really can be an enjoyable game for all. But today, I'm going to be focusing on doing endless spires, grabbing all this mana, doing all these things. I'm going to go ahead and actually start the wave right here, I believe. Go ahead and put the harpoon here, and then preserve this amount of mana and grab a little bit more so I can actually keep that chest. I talked about it last episode. Keeping that chest up on the bridge is actually a secret Gigabrain strategy, one that I did not do purposefully, but I almost did on accident in one of my runs, and one of my viewers was like, hey man, this was really smart, I've never seen anyone do this was so smart of you. And it turned out I actually didn't even do it on purpose. It was just total accident, and I didn't even do it correctly. So we'll see. That spider is going to get taken care of. That's good. We'll kind of follow the ogre spawn as per usual. This is just pretty typical run stuff. I'm going to go over and grab this mana. We're going to place as many slice and dices as possible, get the ogre taken care of. And then I do actually want to head right over here, because is this where it spawns, or is it up on top? Actually, it's up on top, isn't it? I always forget. I'm gonna blood rage for a sec while I can, since you can't blood rage during build phase anyway. I'm gonna head up to the very top up here, switch over to my monk really quick. So my monk is going to allow me to grab weapons for my monk, which is something I need to get, and then it's also going to allow me. I'm actually really fast, my monk, so I don't want to like run off the edge on accident. This guy gets really fast. I'm gonna go ahead and just equip whatever gear it honestly shows me. I probably should have equipped that sword as well. That was a little bit of a misclick, but that's okay. I'm mostly here for swords and weapons on my monk. Go grab this chest as well. We'll equip that. There we go. I'm mostly here for swords and weapons on the monk, and then anything else, any gear. I'm trying to finish off my series EV. We'll go grab this chest. Equip that. Why not? Store that. Equip this. Ooh, this small little sword. Okay, this is very cool. I really like the style of this weapon. We'll see if it's actually good. We'll store all of this. Is this actually better? That doesn't even seem actually better. We'll double check stuff, obviously, once we actually get back to the tavern here. I'm going to do one quick run and then head back to the tavern and do a little sorting. I love how fast my monk moves, and I love this new weapon. I'm just going to store all of this. We're going to head back to the tavern and see if I got one chain buddy to kit out my series EV. If not, we'll jump back in one more run. Alrighty, a chain mail plate body was not achieved, unfortunately, so I can't fully kit out my series EV. However, hilariously, I think I actually can fully kit out my monk. So I'm probably going to go ahead and try to do that. I'm pretty sure I just need full leather, which I think I actually do have just sitting around in my PC. So I'm going to go ahead and equip all of this. And this should give my monk, I believe, full leather. Yes, giving us the blue. When you see those blue highlights on the numbers, that's like a huge, like 30% boost to all of your stats. So my monk is now kitted out faster than I expected. That's really cool to see. Now, obviously, I need a bunch of accessories and stuff at some point, but accessories seem really hard to grind. I'm really excited to learn more about grinding accessories and getting into that, but we're pretty far from that at the current time. I also actually want to go ahead and respec my monk really quick, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna be respecking a lot of my heroes, I feel like, after getting to this point. So I'm going to respec my monk because I don't want any stats into hero speed. 100 hero speed should be plenty, so I'm going to go ahead and dump everything else into. People talked about aura radius. I need to prioritize that a lot more. Aura radius is apparently really I'm going to dump 100 points into it like that. Apparently really powerful, really important on a monk. Way more important than I was giving it credit for. We're going to dump 50 into that, 50 into this, 50 into this, sure. And then probably, honestly, a bit more into this up to 150, since I need to respect the aura radius power. and then I'll go ahead and dump. The question is either strength or speed. I'm gonna go ahead and dump the rest into strength, and that should be good. There it is. I love the kickflip he does. Great animation upon leveling up the monk. All right, thankfully this little like lightning type jagged blade does seem to be my best weapon, so I'm gonna go ahead and rock with it, which I'm really happy about because I really like the aesthetic of this very, very short blade. Let's go ahead and smack it against the training dummy for a second, see what our DPS looks like. Just doing melee damage. It shouldn't be very much. Yeah, around 3k, 4k. Hey, but it looks cool. But I have many more runs to do. Let's hop back over to my Squire, and now what I'm going to be doing, actually, I should switch to my summoner really quick, okay? The reason why, I need to put some gear on him to get my hero speed up. Let's actually check my stats before I put on mythical gear versus after. So right now I'm sitting at like 288, around 300 minion health, around 300 minion damage, around that, like 250 of each stat, 250 to 300 of each. We'll keep that in mind. Hero speed's 30. Let's go ahead, go to our item box, and actually equip some mythical gear and see how drastically our stats change. Just really any mythical gear, honestly. I might go for full Pristine on the summoner. Let's give that to my hero. Let's go ahead and let's go back to Pristine. Let's give, yeah, either of these. This to my hero. Back to Pristine. He keeps trying to run away. Let's give this. Do I have enough Pristine to actually do a full set? Not sure. Let's go ahead and double check really quick. Pristine shirt, pristine mitts, pristine mask. What do I need? Pristine stompers. That's what I need, right? And glove slot, right? Do I have a glove slot? Oh, no, I do. Yeah, I do have a glove slot. I just need boots. All right, looks like I don't own any pristine boots, so I'm not quite going to be able to get a full set, but that's totally okay. I don't, exactly need that right now. I can definitely work with this for the time being. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and equip these plate boots, and that's going to give me some incredible stats. Let's go ahead and check. 286, 500s. I doubled, absolutely doubled all of my stats on my summoner. And once again, we need to go ahead and respec because I want to go ahead. Well, let's pay for the XP bonus as well. XP bonus, respec. Let's get rid of that hero speed. I don't need that extra hero speed. Let's dump it into HP. Honestly, I might dump 200 into HP, hilariously. Yeah, HP just seems really, really, really important on the summoner. I feel like all of my guys continuously die over and over and over again, so we're going to dump everything into HP and then maybe everything else into damage? I think maybe, hilariously. Attack range, maybe we'll put a couple into range. Attack speed, I'll put 2 points into to make it an even 400, why not? And I'll do the same over here. I'll dump 8 into this to make it an even number because that looks nice. Then I can go ahead and spread it out evenly. We'll do 1 there to make it even. And I can put 7 here to make this even. And then what else do I really need? I need to learn Flash Heal. Apparently Flash Heal is actually wildly good. I'll put the rest into that. Why not? So it's 640, 560, a lot of even numbers, which looks really nice in my character screen. What's the keybind for Flash Heal? That is definitely something that I want to super learn. Commands, where is it? I can't even tell. Is it 0? Ooh, is that how it works? Okay, I need 0 is a terrible keybind. Yeah, it's 0. Terrible keybind. I definitely have to re-keybind that to something else. That's so hard to reach. No wonder I was never using this hero appropriately. It's a wildly difficult, one of its biggest benefits is to be able to flash heal, but it's so difficult to get to. So now I do have everything set up. Let's go ahead and head back into the run and do one more run to get a pair of pristine boots for the summoner and a pair of the chain plate body for the Series EV. Back into Endless Spires we go. All right, starting the first wave now. I did all the building off camera. It's really quick, and you guys have seen this pathway a million times, so let's go ahead and just wait for the ogre to come in and get to business. I love the Sharknado, man. It's such a cool minion. Like, it's been really fun and interesting to see all of these minions that I've never seen before in Dungeon Defenders for the first time. The spiders were something I saw, like on the Xbox 360 version. I played against some spiders and stuff, but if I'm remembering correctly, I literally don't think that nightmare difficulty was even a thing on the console versions. Like, when I talked about how different a game Dungeon Defenders, like the PC port, is, it's really that different. When things like nightmare difficulty don't exist, which is obviously easily the best way to farm most things, it's how you get mythical gear. I don't know if mythical gear was a thing. Like, I don't know. It's mind-blowing to me how different the two different versions of this game can be. It's very stunning. This guy should be taken care of, so I'm going to run up to the top side now as quick as possible to get up over to switching over to my summoner. So yeah, here I'm actually going to do the other strategy, which a lot of people have been telling me to do in the comments, which is really, really smart. If you only need pieces of armor, okay, which is what I need right now, you want to switch over to your summoner because the summoner doesn't have a weapon slot, right? So he's literally only going to drop pieces of armor. What do I need on the, I'm good on the summoner, right? Wait, no, what do I need? I need pristine boots. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for pristine boots to pick up with the summoner or to equip. Everything else I'll just store. But yeah, the summoner, that's why I wanted to get some hero speed on him. That's leather. The summoner is, yeah, it's a great way to farm specific armors and just armor in general, as opposed to, that's like chain, isn't it? Plate. Okay. A great way to farm armor specifically, as opposed to, you know, getting worried about those other drops, the weapon drops, right? I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I'm also pretty sure that like armor sells for more mana usually than weapons do. So it becomes a really interesting thing about like, I wonder how much more mana I could make per hour if I were to do the same loop from 1 hour that I already did previously, but with pristine handguards, pristine mitts. This is not better. How much more mana I would make, you know, if I did the same. Oh, I let that disappear. That's okay. How much? Yeah, let me go ahead and restart the level, I guess, as well. Do another run. I don't think I got anything that I needed there. I might have gotten a chain body that I missed, but I honestly didn't pay too much attention. Let me switch over to my squire. But yeah, it's a great way to farm probably more mana per hour. I made around 300 million mana per hour doing my previous loop for 1 hour of Endless Spires, but it blows my mind to think about that I might be able to make more. That is really, really, really interesting to me. It just shows like there's always further optimizations to make in Dungeon Defenders. It's such a progression-based game, such a min-max based game, and I think it's important in Dungeon Defenders, and I talk about this in my main channel a lot in a lot of games. Playing games is usually, especially like progression-based games and MMOs, this applies to a ton. If you're a big fan of MMOs, you'll understand this. Playing most games to reach your peak enjoyment is usually a mixture of efficiency and like fun, which it feels like funny to call the other thing fun, because the way I always explain is a lot of people really enjoy, and most humans really enjoy, efficiency is fun for a lot of people, right? Now, at what level is too much efficiency unfun, and at what level is too little of efficiency unfun, right? Like, you don't want to be that friend who is like wildly behind or like stuck on a level because they're not progression based enough, which isn't really talked about that much. I feel like that's not often a concern we have nowadays because people are probably on average a little too efficiency brained, which has its positives and negatives, right? But I think the opposite is not talked about enough, to where yeah, people are stuck and frustrated and aren't enjoying the game or aren't enjoying a game because they're not progression brained enough, which I think used to be the issue, like being stuck on levels and stuff. But nowadays we do get a lot of people talking about, oh, like I wish I could go back to playing Dungeon Defenders for the first time. I wish I could, you know, play Skyrim for the first time and not be so efficiency brained and just like really enjoy the game. Well, you hear those sentiments a lot, you know. At least I do personally. I hear those sentiments a lot. I try not to feel that way and try not to reminisce on stuff like that, because I think it's kind of helpless. It's not a little harsh, but it's kind of helpless because, you know, what are you gonna do? You can't do that. So I just try not to worry about it and try not. That's just, you know, thus is life situation. Let's grab all this gear and keep going. Let's go grab this way. But yeah, I think it's an interesting discussion talking about what level of efficiency versus what level of fun is peak enjoyment of the game for you. I think everybody does need some level of efficiency and some level of fun, you know, on both degrees. And usually that's going to actually, what's going to give you your peak level of enjoyment is usually a mixture of both. I used to see a lot of people in the RuneScape community say stuff like, oh, like, why do people like play the game so efficiently? Why don't they just have fun? Why don't they just enjoy the game? They're so silly. And I think a lot of people are, maybe, I don't know, I'm unempathetic towards this, but some people just find playing the game 90 to 100% efficient fun for them. Like, for some people, that is the fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I think it's really important to encourage, if you want to play a game 100% casually, that's awesome. If you want to play a game 100% efficiently, that's awesome. Usually, I'd say most people are like a mix. Most people meet somewhere in between. Most people kind of either like 50% efficient, 50% fun, or like 80-20, somewhere in between there. Is usually going to be the case for most people in most games. I just grabbed man on accident. I'm going to switch to my squire, do one more run, and see you guys after. All right, the ogre should be getting sliced and diced. Let's try to head out of here as quick as possible with my little blood rage that I can do. Honestly, I picked up more mana, which allowed me to blood rage more, which was nice. Get back up here just in time. I just jump up on top of the forge, switch over to the summoner once again, jump down, and let's collect our reward. Please don't do that. I was a little worried about that. Thankfully, it's build phase, so I can respawn, but I've been trying to prevent that the entire time because it just looks silly mostly. All right, there we go. We're back to collecting this stuff. What did I need? I need a chain body for this, or for my monk or whatever. I just need pristine boots still for my summoner. I don't think I've seen a pair, but I very, very possible I just missed them. I also don't have that much time actually left to run around and collect stuff, so I'm going to try to be a little faster here. All right, I've got like 3 more chests to pick up really quickly. Those aren't pristine, are they? I think they're like, yeah, chain. I have to jump down and grab this one, and then I still have to go and get the one on the bridge, which is pretty far, unfortunately. Are these pristine stompers? That gives me, yes, the blue numbers. You love to see it. The full boosts. Cool, cool, cool. It's very possible I missed a pair. I probably missed a pair of pristine stompers before that, I feel like, because I feel like that took, I feel like I definitely missed a pair. I'm gonna wait for the wave to start and then pop the chest so none of these get disappeared. Like, isn't this a chain body or something like that? I think. Plate body. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the tavern and see if I got one for my monk. A lot of fantastic progress for this episode so far. I fully have kitted out my summoner, obviously aside from accessories. I fully kitted out my Series EV, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and double check. Oh, no, that's what I'm still looking for, of course. Did I fully kit out my monk then? I don't even remember. Dude, I feel like I just totally forget. Yeah, my monk is fully kitted. My summoner's fully kitted. I've been saying monk the whole time, but what I actually need a piece of gear for is my Series EV. Apologies. It's just, there's so much to do. So many things to grab and get. So many things to forget. Okay, let's check. These are all not actual upgrades, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and jump over to the actual gear. I just need some sort of chain body, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Plate, a lot of plate stuff. Any chain body? Show me one chain body. Chain. There we go. Okay. Chain bodies. This is showing as the most expensive, but I don't know if it's actually the best piece of gear. I think it's not. I think it's not. Actually, no, I guess. No, because I always forget that little, like, symbol to the right is actually, like, a really important one. And it's, yeah, that being 103. It's a tower stat. I keep forgetting that's a tower stat. So I do think that this ends up, the piece of gear I have equipped ends up being actually the best, if not like really, really good. And that should give me, yep, blue stats, incredible upgrade. So now every single one of my important heroes that I care about, the monk, the summoner, the Series EV, and my squire are all mythical kitted out. I think is my barbarian mythical kitted out? Wait a minute. Yeah, he's mythical kitted out as well. So a lot of my heroes now have a ton of mythical stuff. Let's go ahead and do my Hermit while I'm here at it as well. I haven't played the Hermit. I don't really know how he plays. I don't know much about him at the current time, but I don't have an extra Nessie at the moment, do I? I'm gonna have to get one more. I think I need like one more Nessie or something at some point. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get some armor on him. Why not? Dude, I'm getting pristine glove drops that sell for 1.9 million mana. That's ridiculous for one item. Once again, just need a pair of pristine stompers for my Hermit, unfortunately, which I don't think I have any extras of. I think I only got that one pair of pristine boots. So yeah, unfortunately, don't have a full set on the Hermit at the current time, but that's okay. I'll give him something like this for the time being, and we'll get him some pristine stompers here at some point. But I think that's every hero that can be mythically kitted out. Unfortunately, obviously, my Huntress is a little underleveled at the current time. I'm not going to worry about saving a set of gear, I feel like, for them right now. I can always come back to it. I'm going to go ahead and just sell off the rest of the stuff in my item box and get a bunch of mana. Okay, I lied. I did go ahead and lock up a full set of leather armor for my Huntress, since I feel like that fits. I feel like I saw some tips somewhere. I don't know if it was in the comments or on a forum post or something, talking about how they recommend giving each of your heroes, or trying to like split up the different types of armor. Because like if you have like your squire, for example, that uses plate mail, your Huntress use leather, your monk use pristine, this use chain, like for example, right? Then you can actually like split up the sets of gear and like not be fighting over pieces of gear for like, you know, each character, right? So I think that makes a lot of sense and is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to maybe do that, but I did go ahead and sort through everything. I've locked everything that I need. I put a lot of stuff in the archive that is named after people. Let's go ahead and sell all. I should be ready. Let's see how much mana I get. I locked up some stuff. 90 million mana. Nothing crazy, but I'm pushing one build, dude. If I did like half an hour of Endless Spires more or something of the sort, maybe even less, dude, I could push one build. That might be the goal of next episode, since that's just super interesting to me. Someone did also tell me to stop releasing pets, since I think that there's some sort of prize, or sorry, achievement. There's some achievement for having like 30 or something pets. So I do want to start stocking up on those and actually keeping all my pets for sure. Speaking of pets, wait a minute, before I forget, you know what I can do? Have I gained, I'm pretty sure I've gained XP on these bad boys. There it is. Yes, I'm pretty sure I've gained XP on my Nessies, on all my different heroes. So let's go ahead and jump into this. 10 levels there on the monk. We'll do 20 into radius. We'll do a bit into lifespan. Am I going to be able to max level all of my Nessies across... Yeah, all of my Nessies, I guess, across all of my different guys. No, this one is max level. Let's go. And as per usual, let's name some pieces of gear after some cool viewers. Shout out to Vesser Drachen, who's going to get the Nessie on my monk, dude. I really appreciate your comments and for watching. All right, there it is. Thanks again, dude. Put the last stat into strength, make it 109, 120, 120, 109. Let's switch over to the next hero and see if we have that as well. What Nessies? Do I have a Nessie on my summoner? I have double Nessie on my summoner. Do I have two? I don't think I've gained enough XP on these, right? Ooh, wait, maybe. Do I have two people to name after just for my summoner? That's kind of cool. I'm going to dump everything into HP and let's see. Yep. All right, one of my summoner guys it just has to go to this guy, Zenatu, who is the guy that I've been talking about, who left the comment teaching me about the bridge thing, which I thought I was, you know, he thought I was being smart. I love how he assumed the best. Zentiu? How do you spell it? Zentiu. Yes, like this. He assumed the best in me, and I really appreciate that in people. He assumed that I was being Gigabrain, but I wasn't, but now I know to be Gigabrain because of this comment, so I'm going to go ahead and accept that, name it after you, man. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for the comment. But I have another Nessie probably to max level on this guy as well. Yes. Let's go ahead and dump it all into probably minion health. I'm going to be honest. I feel like they always die on this thing. We have another guy to name it after. This one's going to be after Who Gaming. He's popped into my live streams on my main channel. It as always leaves positive, encouraging feedback, talking about retro pad and stuff. So really appreciate you watching, dude. Always happy to see you in streams. Who knows, maybe one day I'd love to do some streams on retro pat. It just is a very energy time consuming thing, but I think it's something I'd love to do. It'd be really fun. I've hinted at it here and there, so we'll get to that at some point. Once again, thanks for watching, dude. Okay, one of the coolest things about the wait, why is that one so small still? One of the funniest things about the leveling up the Nessies is that you're gonna have two of them on the summoner and they're both gonna get pretty big. Well, I thought they'd both get big, but only one of them is big. Why is the gray guy still so small? Was he's just, they have different sizes or something like that? I have no idea, but it's still cool. All right, and then last up, I still have my Series EV, I believe, to level up their Nessie. I don't think I've done it. Yup, exactly. All right, it's kind of tough to understand what stats I need on my Series EV since I'm not super used to playing with it or haven't really played with it at all, but it seems like online on the wiki and on the forums and stuff, they recommend beam reset time. The attack rate seems to be the most important thing. And then this one is going to go over to Slenderman4788. Who left some really helpful comments as well as some nice encouraging comments over the last couple of videos, which have been really appreciated, man. If you guys want to be named after a piece of gear in my Dungeon Defenders campaign, in my account, in my runs, whatever it may be, go ahead and leave some positive comments, some helpful comments. Just watch my videos, enjoy yourself, and let me know your genuine feedback. If you can teach me something, I'm always down to hear it. I just ask that you present it politely. Don't act like I'm an idiot. I mean, I am an idiot. I'm learning, but just be nice about the process. That's all I ask, you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy, dislike if not, subscribe to the channel for daily videos, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace, Areno.